Hi, I help people focus on creating new beginnings because I know how important it is to each of us to have security and clarity for our families. My name's John Zenner. I practice family law, and today I want to talk to you about four things that you must consider when you're filing for an order of protection. The first thing I want to point out to you is this last Monday is historically the busiest day in the courthouse throughout the United States of America for petitions for orders of protection. Why is that? Because what was Sunday? Super Bowl Sunday. Drinking, anger, shouting and screaming created the situation. But the first thing I wanted to tell you is about orders of protection is that you must allege that a crime was committed. There are 17 enumerated crimes. It doesn't make any difference that your sister thinks you need an order of protection or your mother-in-law is quite sure you can get an order of protection. The fact is you have to allege things that are in the statute, which is a grouping of 17 crimes for which a person can receive an order of protection. The second thing I wanted to mention to you is that there are two types of orders of protection. One is a refrain order of protection, which says to the person who you're getting the order of protection against that they must refrain from committing certain acts against you. So, for example, they could be ordered to refrain from drinking in the home. They could be directed to refrain from using prescription medication, even perhaps. It depends upon the facts and circumstances of your situation. The other kind of order of protection is what we call a stay away order of protection, which is exactly what it says. The person, respondent, who you're getting the order of protection against, must stay away from you wherever you may be. Now, there can be exceptions to that. It could be that there would be what we call a carve out exception, so that this way the person would be able to come to the house to pick up the children for visitation. The third thing I wanted to mention to you is a common misconception. The terms that we hear about regarding orders of protection is what? Domestic violence. So many people automatically assume that violence must mean that the person who's the petitioner has been struck. And that's not the case. Violence comes in a variety of forms. And violence, for example, I can't tell you how many times people come to me and I ask them if there's been any violence. Have they ever been hit? And they say, no. They say, my wife has never hit me, but boy, she's thrown so many dishes at me. We have to buy a new set every 30 or 45 days. Well, the fact is that's considered violence. Destruction of property, even if it's your own property, is considered violence for the purposes of orders of protection in the state of New York. The fourth thing I wanted to point out to you is read the temporary order of protection that you receive, because that's the terms, that's an order that you have to live up to. So if you have a stay away order of protection completely, you can't go out and decide, gee, I feel bad for my wife that she's outside. I'm going to let her come in. Because when you do that, you show to the court for the future that you didn't really need that order of protection. So please read the order of protection and comply with it 100%. I'd like to help each of you who are looking for orders of protection to make it easier for you. So what I'm offering to do is to provide each of you with a listing of the 17 enumerated crimes in New York State and the elements of each crime that you must prove in order to get that order of protection. All you have to do is call and we'll be happy to provide you with that. Or you can go ahead and click on the link below.